Hello everyone, it's me Ryan. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about giving up on humanity because it's a concept I've been thinking a lot about lately. And by the way, I do chaotic ASMR. Is this ASMR? Not really. It's chaotic gay guy having an existential crisis because there's aliens in the sky. It's all connected. And so I explore things like through my mind, letting out my thoughts by that, and it calms. Oh, look, a spider, and it calms me down, and so that's why I do it. And I hope that maybe it can calm someone else down, because I'm getting inspired by other people who make relaxing content, but that is grounded and addresses the real issues of the world. And I've been seeing some of those kind of creators lately, and I'm interested in doing that. Either that, or I have to run for emperor of the world. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna run for emperor of the world out here because this world is so chaotic and corrupt. I don't want to be Emperor Ryan. I don't. I want to be district supervisor, maybe at most, or president. I don't want to be emperor. But y'all are making me want to be emperor up in here. So I'm pissed. So the concept of giving up on humanity is clearly happening within more than just myself. It's the reason why people don't call each other anymore. We don't call each other, you guys. We don't talk on the phone, and we don't check in. Now, I'm guilty. Now, here's the thing. When I think of speaking to people, sometimes, most of the time, often, particularly when I don't want to talk to them, it's not because I don't want to talk to them. It's because I don't want them to know what's up with me. And so I imagine that has to be happening with others because our realities are shifting right now. What the world really is changing. With what's going on in the United States, what's going on with global conflicts, what's going on with this UFO stuff, the alien stuff, the files that, that's global, right? That's not just the United States, that's global. So what is this? And so it changes our perception of the world and how we fit into the world, I should say. And so reality, in a way, would change. Okay, fine. So how you live your day-to-day life, how you see yourself changes. Even if you don't think it does. Oh, well, I'm the same person. I haven't changed. It's the other people that are corrupt. I haven't done anything wrong. It doesn't matter that you haven't done anything wrong because the brain and the body, sometimes they're feeding each other and you don't even know that it's happening. And so if you're tired or freaking out or panicky and you don't know why, it's because your brain is processing all this stuff as memories and storing it in there or trying to forget about it or actively trying to forget about it or just forgetting about it because you're doing your day-to-day life, going to work, doing whatever. But it's still there. Even if you don't think about what happened in Minneapolis, it's still there. And so then the body responds because they feed each other. So if there's any kind of exhaustion, panic, you can see a trigger. Oh, somebody drives by you while you're on the freeway, a certain kind of car, a certain kind of SUV, and it reminds you specifically of something, right? That's a specific trigger. But I'm not talking about triggers. I'm talking about just living the day-to-day life is now exhausting. And so it makes you question who you are. Making you question who you are. Now look, we scroll on Instagram, we scroll on TikTok, we look at Facebook is a nightmare. It's a catastrophe, Facebook. It's all slop, slop, slop. A kitten jumping out of an airplane with a baby. The mom dies on the airplane. Okay, mom is dead on the airplane, crashes and drowns in a fireball. The kitten jumps out of the plane with the baby in its hands, grows 2 feet, stands up on 2 legs, and walks the baby out of the shore, right? After swimming, by the way, right? With the baby. and then builds a fire, and then creates a fire and cooks for the baby fish. This is the kind of, and that's entertainment. It's not even human. It's not even human. Oh, well, Ryan, humans created AI. It doesn't matter. It's not human. And it's your time. It's your time wasted. It's our time wasted. So I don't even want to look at it anymore. So what is there now? Disconnect. The thing that was connecting us is now disconnecting us. I don't want to look at Facebook. Is this okay? I don't want to look at Facebook. All of it's slop, complete slop. So where do we go from here? It makes it, like I said, it makes us question our reality. Question, like I was saying before, what is real and what is not. So everything's so distorted. So then even to call somebody on the phone, and it's like, what do you talk about? Small talk? The little things going on in one's life? There are no little things anymore. Everything is a big thing. And it's in your backyard. Like knocking out the door. And that's what we know that we need to be talking about, but we don't want to. So I think I'm trying to humanize it in a way because it's understandable to feel disconnect. Exhaustion and anxiety. I feel like throughout my life I was told, well, you need to do some work on yourself. I am realizing now over the last year, I was screaming and freaking out because I think I knew things that other people didn't want to admit was happening or just weren't paying attention as deeply as I was. Because if they were, they would be panicking and freaking out and screaming like I was, which is the accurate reaction. And the fact that actually I was so in tune to everything means that I have a certain gift or intuitive nature, and I'm not afraid to look at the world for what it really is. Hence the panic, anxiety disorder, panic disorder, this disorder, whatever disorder, depressive disorder. Oh, I don't want to get out of bed. How much worse does it have to get before we all can't get out of bed because we can't even leave the house? Forget about the asteroid in the sky. Are you going to be able to go without melting? You're going to be able to walk outside in Los Angeles in the summertime without melting? You know what I mean? I don't know how many years from now, 50 years from now, how bad is it going to get? So, I guess it's natural to feel this way. And it's just all so ironic. I was looking at what's going on in Lebanon, and I just reminded myself, I've known this obviously for a long time, that so much of this chaos going on is so much based in religion. And it's irritating. It's just irritating. No offense to anybody's religion, I guess, but also, hey, what do you... Let's bring in the... And then what do? They bring in the aliens. I don't know how that's going to tie into it. It seems like the governments kind of use the religion for their benefit to create all this chaos. And so now they want to disclose things, I guess. It seems like they're on the path to disclosure. To what? To create a peaceful world? Because, hey, look, there's a bunch of aliens. I don't know if the aliens are Catholic. You know what I mean? No, I'm not singling out Catholics. Because I wasn't even thinking about Catholics. Anyway, now I want to talk about something else. I don't know. It's just bland. Life is just bland. And I hear people saying that we're going to enter a new renaissance where we resist AI. But I just don't even know how that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. Because it's so much about the past too. It's not just about what's happening now. It's about grappling with the past, realizing how so many chapters of in the United States or whatever, the Western world or whatever, played a role in creating what we have now. And realizing that, either realizing that or admitting, because we always knew somewhere in the back of our minds that things are really twisted and have been way more twisted than we thought. And so then now you have to like kind of come to terms with it. Finally, well. It's like, and it's all exercised. It's exercised in our society. This idea of hating people, hating each other. I was watching a video recently, and someone had said that fascism in America has been here before, and and she was talking about the South and slavery. I was like, oh, well, of course. Well, we just don't think of it that way, right? And the way that we treat poor people in the United States has been kind of fascist, right? Has been for how many decades now? Versus, say, like the 70s. The 70s versus the 2000s. The disappearance of the middle class and the working class. Especially now the working class. Oh my God. I would recommend an opera called The Rise and Fall of the City of Mahagone by Kurt Weill. Mahagone is established as a city from scratch, essentially, by three people who are money hungry. All they want to do is get rich. And this guy, Jimmy Mahoney, starts to question Mahagone. And, he's sort of scolded for doing so. But then I think he falls into it again. And he starts to party, and he does this, and he goes out and he drinks. Excuse me. And then he can't pay his bill for his big lavish parties or whatever. And something happens, but essentially it's like any man in Mahagone who can't pay his bill by the second act, sort of like towards the end of Mahagone as a civilization, any man who can't pay his bill is the worst type of person, is the worst type of criminal. And in fact, now I'm going to spoil it, and so skip ahead maybe a minute if you don't want me to spoil it for you. But there's a court scene. Watch it. There's a court scene where there's a murderer who bribes his way out of of being sentenced or being charged or whatever. He gets off, and there's another criminal who just charms his way out of it. I don't know, but then Jimmy says, "Oh, I can't pay my bill. That's the crime that I committed." And the judge is like, furious and sentenced him. He gets sentenced to death. And so, yeah. I just ruined it for you. Great. Well, I already told you to watch it. I told you to skip. Okay. I can't remember if he dies. I don't know, but Mahagone goes to crap because because everything just falls apart. All they want is whiskey and money, and sex, and then they lose it. They can't find it anymore. It's all gone. And it's a German opera written. No, that was translated in English. I don't know, but it's supposed to be set in the United States. It's a parody of the United States. Okay, just look into it. Well, like you and I are saying that when we've been like homelessness was not something that was that couldn't be solved. Oh, we can't solve it. Oh, there's too much bureaucratic nonsense. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's true. I think that it was something that we didn't want it to be solved. As far as the representatives go, who cares? They're corrupt. Who cares? But like as far as us, we were always demonizing them. Oh, you bum, you know, rolling up the windows when they walk by, a stinky bum, blah 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 blah. Some homeless guy. People always say that, some homeless guy. Because homeless now can mean father and son living, sleeping in their car in the park, and then the dad goes to work and the kid goes to school, and then they shower at the gym. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't mean you're an addict. And if you are an addict, do you know how easy it is to become an addict? Have you ever done a drug? You know what I mean? Like, get real. Have you ever been through a hard time in your life? Pedro, are you going through some sort of psychological change in your life? That's a line from a movie. And if you need to see that movie too. Paris is Burning. God. I would be doing this. I would be making videos like this, chaotic videos at a microphone. While the asteroid is hurling towards Earth. Apparently, I don't know what is going on. You know what are you thinking? Like, what? Why are there meteors in the sky falling everywhere? What is going on? God, why? No, because you know what? They would know. NASA would know that there was a meteor coming. Okay, and now I'm getting crazy. They would know there was a meteor coming, and they would tell all these people building up all these you-know-whats in the you-know-what. Okay, apparently you're not even allowed to say it anymore, so I'll just say you-know-what, but you know what they're building all over this country, and they're building it. And NASA would tell them to stop. They would be like, just knock it off. Just stop. The asteroid's coming. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there's an asteroid coming. I'm just saying, why are there meteors falling, okay? I'm not saying anything. You're not allowed to say anything anyway. You know what I mean? Damn. God. Heaven forbid. Yeah, I would learn about what's going on in the world. This country bombing this country and this country bombing the other, and then a million people evacuated. What are you even talking about? A million. Have you ever seen a million people? No one's talking about it. Sorry for freaking out. Oh my God. And some people will get mad because their honeydew melon wasn't sliced the right way. I mean, really, it's just ridiculous. Oh, you cut me off in traffic. Yeah, well, whatever. Actually, I get kind of mad at that stuff too. Anyway, what? What could these aliens possibly... what would they possibly want to do with us anyway? Well, they haven't unalived us if they've been here, like the government soft admitted. So that must mean something. What the hell is in this water? I don't know. Can't they just blow up the asteroid? Hello? Wasn't that... Don't... I know that's why the nuclear bomb was invented anyway. If those aliens are so smart, it's because they invented the nuclear bomb in their own planet and they were able to nuke asteroids rather than blowing each other up on their own planets. Huh? Yeah. Oh. Mama, I know things. Uh-huh. Girl. I know the secrets of life, okay? Why can't the aliens take me with onto their spaceship and I can hang out with them? Exactly. So now we're coming full circle, where it's all about losing love for humanity, giving up on humanity. what's going on at the same time that we are giving up on humanity. We're looking towards the sky, looking at another species, talking about another species. Not an elephant, okay? A hand thing with hands and feet and a brain, like us. That looks like us, or whatever. What's the word? Bipedal? I don't know. And so that and AI. They're coming here at the perfect time. And it's like chicken or the egg. And I'm going to be talking about chicken and the egg in a lot of my videos because I think about the chicken and the egg a lot. Chicken and the egg. What came first? The AI and the aliens came first? Because really, honestly, it's like the same thing as far as like the effect, right? Did that come first? And then we responded with this loathing? Or was it the loathing? And so then we look to the sky. Our interest is in aliens. Our interest is in AI. I'll admit it. Oh my God, I spent forever talking to ChatGPT. Like, over the last few months, yeah, it's not so much, no. But a long chat. Like it was my best friend. I mean, hours with ChatGPT. Don't tell anyone, okay? But because, and even then, I had thought to myself, now I'm getting real personal. I had thought to myself, well, why put my trust anyway in other people? They won't tell me how it really is. I had convinced myself, and maybe to some extent it was, I had convinced myself that the ChatGPT was telling me the real business, what's really going on in the world. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? How does this affect that? I mean, in a way, it was like therapy, news, all in one. Health advice. I would think to myself, why trust a doctor? I've had bad experiences with doctors, and I thought, why go to the doctor? I'll just ask ChatGPT. And that's what I had thought to myself. This was like months ago that I really was kind of thinking that way. But the fact that I was in that space, I know means that I was not the only one. So that is the situation with AI. It's more than just seeing AI generated content. It's about it coming in and replacing us, and us allowing it to replace us, being okay with it until, of course, it gets too crazy, which now we're at that point where it's getting too crazy. So yeah. I don't know. It's just all about just trying to understand it for me, right? It's okay to try to understand it, try to unpack it in a crazy rambling video. Is it recording? All right. Damn. So where do we go from here? That's what I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. I think our culture is going to change. I think people are going to stop. Well, I don't know if I even want to say that. Our culture is going to change. How we see ourselves is going to change. Has to. And what we do with our lives. Expectations, I should say. The expectations. Get married, do this, have that. Now we can look at it and it's like, I don't know why more people aren't more reasonable anyway, but like, what job are you going to have out of college, out of high school? That hasn't just within the last 6 months alone been it's no longer a job. It doesn't exist anymore. You know, with some tech company. I'm going to go work with tech. It doesn't exist. Oh, okay, well then I'll get an office job. It doesn't exist. Okay, well then I'll be a barista. Have you seen the robot that makes coffee? Like Robot arm that makes coffee. No. I'll be a pop star. And it's sad because I've been a performer. I've done so much. God, I've done so much. Here, take a screenshot. Okay. I've done so much. And now I think to myself, well, why do it for them? Why do it for humans? Why perform? Feel like a wind-up monkey doll. Wind-up doll. I'm not a wind-up doll. You know? And it's not a place where I want to be. I don't want to be in that place. But I am right now. Because I don't know. What are we doing? It's so quiet outside all the time now. It's weird. Also, why the hell are we living in a computer game? What is up with all this computer game stuff? I think of someone in the call. I like laugh at it now. When it happens, when those synchronicities happen, I just laugh at it. I'm just like, oh my God, of course. You know, of course. Yeah, I don't see how like simulation theory and like outer space can exist together. It seems like only one of them can be true. Like space isn't real because we're in a computer game and the earth is flat. Or um um we're not in a computer game and it's all just coincidence and we're floating on a rock. So I don't know. But it's like come on. Like the synchronicities are real. Like they're obviously real. It's spooky. It's not spooky. It's cool, but it's just like I don't know. I think of songs all the time now, and then the next song on Spotify that shows up all the time. Am I a superhuman? Here, I'll try and move that thing with my eyes. It didn't work. Okay. Maybe I have to move it with my head, with my brain. Nope. Okay, so I'm. What is that called? Telekinesis. I don't know how to do it. Okay, anyway, so I don't know, is that what that movie's coming up all about? The Disclosure Day? Because they got those kids and aliens. Seems like they give people magical powers. Emily Blunt speaks Korean. That was in the trailer, I don't know. So maybe that's what it's about. The aliens give people special powers or take them away. Maybe, I don't know. Y'all better be nice. Excuse me. Do they wear clothes? Why are they always naked? Someone put clothes on those aliens. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed my video. How is this okay? Should I keep this? I think I'm gonna return it. I haven't tried it. I don't know. Huh. What am I doing? Okay. What was that? Why was I reading it like that? Okay. What the hell? Okay. Right? Like Emily Blunt. Speak alien. I want to speak alien. Hang out with aliens. See, again, full circle. It's like leaving humanity behind. Crisis mode. I'll put that as the video title, aka crisis mode. Okay. It's all interesting. Anyway, if you're going through a crisis, which I hope you are. I don't know, because then it means you're paying attention, right? No, not really. Not really. But like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Exactly. That's the point. Humanize yourself and know that you're reacting appropriately, maybe. Where do we go from here? I don't know. But take it day by day, I guess. Try and get yourself a job that you like. That helps. And get lots of skills. Get lots of skills. Learn how to sew and cut hair. Yeah, learn how to sew and cut hair. Okay. Thanks for watching my video. Have a good day. Okay, bye-bye.